question here about Chaoborus, and that's kind of neat because we talked a little bit about it in the course. We talked about how the only thing we talk about Chaoborus in the chironomid course is how to identify them. And the only reason we do that is because we want to make sure that when you're out there and you see Chaoborus, you know what they are, and you don't try to fish them as chironomids and then think we don't know what we're talking about when we're telling you how to fish chironomids.
Yeah. And
the question is, can you clarify why they're so difficult to fish and why you kind of suggested to move on? When you guys want to take that, or you want me to go?
Benny, go ahead. Yeah, sure. So they are difficult to fish, I think, there's a variety of reasons. Primarily because they can hatch in really, really dense numbers. And so sometimes you'll find, even in chironomid hatches that are super thick, that doesn't always work in your favor. Sometimes super thick hatches can be good. Sometimes they can be tough. You've got a lot of competition. The other thing is the movement. The other thing is the all colors. They're all somewhat, well, not terribly difficult to replicate, but they're often more translucent in chironomids. And so you've got like translucent greens, translucent pale watery greens, translucent kind of beige with sometimes you get dark ribs on them. Well, it's actually the body part that is dark. The rib itself is usually lighter. Sometimes you get some gassiness, and I think when you put it all together, the motion, often they're very small. Sometimes they're like even a size 18 on a scud hook, 16 on a scud hook. So when you put all those things together, it equates to something that's difficult to fish. The other piece of that is that the larvae, glassworms, are free swimming. And so you don't get that. Whereas bloodworms, bloodworms live in the bottom and they pupate. And so the chironomid pupa go from the bottom all the way to the top. Fish will tend to take them at certain levels. Generally, the most common would be probably within a couple feet of bottom, but certainly sometimes suspended. Whereas those other ones are the glassworms are free swimming and they literally pupate mid-water. And then as they turn to Chaoborus pupa, they just start their journey from wherever they happen to be. They're not all at one level at one time.
Now, having said all that, I think you're referring to at the course when I said move on if you identify them. And I certainly didn't mean you can't fish them. What I meant was we were in a chironomid course and we were talking about, I think at that point, finding fish and looking for chironomid hatches. And I just made the reference that if you're out there looking for chironomids and you see some Chaoborus, keep looking for chironomids if that's what you want to do, if you want to fish chironomids. If you can't find any chironomids, I think I also said to the class, certainly try to fish the Chaoborus, right? And we do all the time. We're not as successful, obviously, as with chironomids, but it's kind of a challenge, and I almost like bumping into them once in a while just to tune in and practice a little bit and get a little better at it.
Yeah. So, I mean, like we've said it a lot, bumping into fish is the biggest goal. And so if if all you see are Chaobrids and you see a bunch of fish on the fish finder, and especially if the fish are somewhat localized, like if you're still seeing them not spread through the water column evenly, I think you still have great odds for hooking fish. Right. So,
okay. Hey folks, that was a clip from Real Time Live episode 4, where we talked all about chironomids. If you'd like to check out the whole episode, click here, or here, or here, or wherever the heck they put it.